Oh boy, it's level 5 and Lois is in space. And therefore so are we, apparently. We just load into an arbitrary space station, which may or may not be the Doomstar. I don't even know what the Doomstar is. Googling it didn't turn up anything at all other than transcripts of the box text, so I don't think it was actually a Superman thing at all. Anyway, for the first time ever, heat vision is the most useful tool you have, but only because punching has been rendered useless. The level is filled with enemies who roam around completely outside of punching range. In fact, if they move off screen, they'll often vanish and reappear back in their original spawn, but if you do manage to kill them, they do stay dead. Just like Mega Man therefore, if you can get a difficult enemy to scroll themselves off screen with their spawn still visible, they vanish into the ether. With my health now mostly restored through luck and exploration, I can now show why this level is actually pretty tough. These green bouncing kryptonite balls can be very unpredictable, and many paths through the level require careful navigation with large enemies shooting and jumping wildly. These mantabots are a real pain because when they're sitting on the ground they're actually too low to punch. They pretty much just try to flop onto you to do damage, and that's the only opportunity you have to attack them, and judging Superman's punch distance correctly to hit a stationary target was hard enough. Unless you have room to jump over them, they can be a real chore to take out. It's that mix of nigh unbeatable patterns and surprise kryptonite that makes this level overall a bit of a jerk. While it's tempting to just wait for this fishbot to go past you, you really do want to kill it. Because there's another one just waiting to surprise you, and getting pinned between the two of them makes the whole operation even harder. Coupled with the patterns, there are also long vertical sections with the bouncy particle robots in them. Their bouncing is as unpredictable as the green kryptonite balls are, and with the added bonus that when you're hit, your controls are locked until you hit the ground, even if you're falling a long way. Your invincibility frames don't last that long, sadly, so you can easily get double hit like this. The spiky bounce spots follow a much stricter pattern than their rounder relatives. They do however have a habit of turning around, so again actually taking the time to shoot them usually pays off. It especially pays off when you kill enough enemies to get a power up. This one was another Super Punch one, which will end up paying dividends. This speedy ground robot, I hate this ground robot. He moves way too fast to actually punch and is impossible to shoot with heat vision. There's basically no functional way to kill it except with Super Punch maybe, which we only have by chance. I abused scrolling to make him vanish temporarily, which is really the only thing to do, because you have to wait near this TV for this. This is supposed to be Brainiac, I think. What you have to do is stand in front of the TV while the picture is displayed, because there's actually also a teleporter. Obviously though, the spinning missiles complicate that, so my tactic is to float in the corner and swoop in at the right time. And here we are in the final gauntlet. Fortunately though, for reasons that escape me, almost every single enemy here is ground based, so I just flew past them all. The game starts to slow down pretty quickly, but there's no static health pickups to make fighting them even remotely viable. And well, there we go, that was pretty easy. Just after this robot is the last boss. Yep, this thing is the last boss. It might be Brainiac, I guess. Anyway, since we got Super Punch, we can just sit down here and get all up in his face. Eventually he'll charge at you like this. The big rumble beforehand totally telegraphs the attack, and on the way back he fires more of those homing kryptonite missiles which I just ignored and got stuck in. Victory! Whoever that was has been defeated, and we have another TV screen. It's supposed to work just like the previous one, however it really didn't want to for some reason. I think I upset it by getting stuck on the stairs. Fortunately, running away and coming back again seemed to set it straight. Wait, isn't that Brainiac? Oh well, it doesn't matter, we found Lois. Game complete. Hooray, we are a real hero! If, as the game suggests, you were to play it on hard, it calls you a mega hero instead. Truly, a fate worse than death. The most important thing to take away from these credits is the very last line. Game design copyright 1992 Sunsoft. Hopefully you'll be able to see why next week. Anyway, as you can see, the credits just loop forever. But I really wanted to enter my high score like you can when you die. Pressing the buttons just stepped through to the scrolling credits and back again. There was an awful moment where I thought perhaps the only way to enter your score was to die, and they just assumed no one would ever actually beat the game. Fortunately, I got a prompt after hammering every single button. And it turns out that for sitting through the credits, they double your score, so that means I got over 1,000,000 points on Superman. I've never been prouder. But yes, that's it, that's the end. I've been Master Gothran, and thanks for watching and all that jazz.